of course, I had to leave you with, one last video for 2016, and I wanted to make sure that I covered a lot of things in this video, as well as explain to you what you should be doing before 2017 hits. And of course, a great spell to get you a little bit more of what you're going to want for 2017 as it begins. So this right here is my love messenger service, okay, that I offer. I offer this service, a form of this. I'm going to show you guys a form of what I offer. I'm going to show you guys how to set up the candle, what oils to put, what herbs. Of course, I cannot show you the full ritual and what I do after, but I'm just going to show you a bit of it. For those of you that have some experience, you can pick up on it and you can work this yourself. So what I wanted to do is speak, just briefly on what you guys should be doing, during this new moon and before 2017 hits, so you can start getting some really great results as the year enters. Okay, so of course, I hope you guys have been cleansing. I hope that's one of the main things that you've been doing. So my nose is a little stuffy, so I'll sound a little funny. But I hope you guys are cleansing. That's one of the main things that you want to do before you do any spells. After a spell, you want to cleanse yourself. You want to have, some great energy and a good aura around you for the spell you're going to be working. Okay, so a lot of you have messaged me, and I'm just going to cover a few key points within this. Okay, a lot of you messaged me. You asked me about, when you're creating a spell, why your spell isn't manifesting. A lot of times you guys are not fully experienced with the products you're working with, the oils and the herbs. You're working the wrong spell as well. You're working the wrong spell on the wrong person. Like, think of it as a cure, and you're placing a cure on every person. That cure is not going to work on everybody. You have to, figure out a new cure. So everybody has to be treated differently. Everybody gets different treatment. Always think of it like that. A lot of you sometimes you don't trust in yourself enough, so you're not putting enough energy in it. Because what I realize is, I do services for many people, hundreds and hundreds of people, and a lot of times you guys are just worried about the end results. You have to stop that. You have to focus and build the energy to get the best end results. If you just, when is this spell going to work? What time? What day? Anytime you ask me when a spell is going to work, I always tell you the same thing. I'm not giving you an exact day. I'm not going to give you an exact time. After a reading, now I'm going to determine with you what could be done, what's best, what's not going to work. And from there, we take it on from there. Because a lot of times you cannot give us an exact date. And a lot of times, some of you email me, oh, how long is it going to work? When should I expect it? When you start working with me, you'll see how long it takes. You will, everybody is treated different. I could work the same spell on 10 people, and everybody's day and results is going to all be different. We want to manifest it. We want to work on this person. We want things to grow. We want to work on different things as well. You don't want to continue working on the same spell over and over. And sometimes nothing will manifest at all, because, you don't believe that it's going to work. You're so in your head, you just want this person back so bad, or you want this job so bad, or you want some money so bad. You're just not doing the correct steps to get in it at all. And a lot of you have told me about spells that you have seen online, you have read online, and they're just bad, overall bad. As far as freezing your lover to stay with you, that's 100% wrong. You can't do that. You shouldn't put honey in the freezer at all. You shouldn't put any type of hot products on, a penis candle, or, a candle like this. This is a male candle, a pink one. Certain things you work it, and you have to have common sense. And if you honestly feel like, what you're reading and what you're seeing makes no sense, I would recommend you not to do it. I recommend you to contact a spiritual worker and get the information from them. And so there's many reasons that you're not going to get, the results that you want. You have to honestly look into it. Sometimes you're not strong enough to do it, so you consult somebody to do it for you. And, a lot of you are not persistent. You'll do one candle and you think, okay, automatically it's going to work. It's not. It's not. I've worked sometimes 3 months on a situation, and then bam, out of nowhere, you know, everything is starting to hit. I've worked a week on something, and we start seeing results within that week. I've worked 2 weeks on something, and we'll see the change start showing. You're looking for, what you're going to start looking for is movement. Say right now I'm working on a guy on his head to create thoughts of his woman 24/7. You wanna listen to the words that he says when he speaks to you, when he talks to you, if he's coming around more. Everything that I have done on his head, everything that I told you in the reading, this is what you want to start looking forward to in that reading. Many of you get readings done. You come to me, you tell me, what should I do? Should I believe what the worker said? If you don't believe in what your worker is saying, then I don't know how easy it's going to be for you to come to a new worker and then trust what they're saying. So I always tell you, don't give it some time. See what happens. A lot of you don't even believe when you get a reading that this stuff is happening, and you question it. So if you're going to question a reading, then maybe you shouldn't get any readings done. Because if you're going to question a reading after you get it done, and you seem to act like you know more than what's going on, then why did you get a reading done? Why get a reading and then ask, you sure he's doing that? Because I don't know if he's doing that. So how are you going to say you sure, and then you're going to say you don't know if he's doing it? You have to believe in your root worker. You have to believe in the work they're going to do for you. All of this is going to help you to get the manifestation that you want and the results as well. I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen in 3 weeks. I'm not going to tell you it's going to happen in 2 months. You don't know. The universe controls that. Once you create your spell, you send it out there. You know, with God and his energy, the spirits, the saints, the DTs, all of that together will help you get the results that you're looking for. So if you're looking for fast, fast is not good. Fast is not good all the time. I'm going to tell you that. A lot of you want things to happen. You know, I want to do this spell. I want it to work by Friday. Listen, that doesn't happen at all. Okay, so I want you guys to look forward to different things when you're working on spells. And a lot of you want to know, what is the karma in working a love spell? Well, it depends what you're working in that love spell. It depends also as well as what you're doing it for. Attraction, me personally, I feel like any work that you're going to be doing, I feel like it should be justifiable. I always tell you that. So if you're going to be doing any type of freezer work, destruction work, jar work, you know, to break down your enemies, graveyarding, I feel like it has to be justifiable, because I feel if you're just out there doing bad all the time, I feel it will come back to you. A lot of times it comes back to the person you love the most. All that negative energy and negative spells and bad rituals you're sending out there to somebody, just because, it sometimes comes back to the person that you really care about. Bad things start happening to them. A lot of times, you know, you don't even cleanse yourselves. How can you do a spell and never cleanse? At all. How do you do that? I've worked many spells. I work a lot of spells, and each and every time I cleanse before and after. Because everybody's energy is going to be different. Even when I speak to somebody, you know, the energy, I pick up different types of energy. So I'm always cleansing. I'm always protecting myself. And you have to do it as well. So if I do a spell for you and I tell you, listen, you have to protect yourself, you have to cleanse, and I send you a bath, and I send you some candles, and I send you some, you know, protection jewelry to wear and to keep in the house, you have to use it. You have to. Okay? Because a lot of you out there, you're worried about, oh, what is a honey jar is going to do for me? But what's the karma of that? I honestly don't feel there's no bad karma in honey at all. I feel you're using it to sweeten things up. Attraction work, love work. It all depends on what it is that you're doing. I do believe there's laws of karma and it coming back, and you know, coming back when you least expect it, yes. But when it comes to magic, depending on what that spell is, then I feel like the karma will fall into place differently. And for everybody, it's going to be differently. So it all depends on what you're going to be working on. So when you ask me that, everybody gets a different answer, okay? And then, you know, I receive emails also asking me, oh, can you do a black magic spell on me? And then then I ask you, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Oh, I want to make him love me. That's not black magic. Okay, that's not black magic. I want you guys to be really educated when you ask questions too as well. You know, not everything that you're going to read on the internet is true. Not everybody knows exactly what they're speaking of. Everybody learns every day. So if it's something good that you can learn today, then learn it. But don't just fall into the bullshit and believe that everybody that practices that it's just, you know, black magic. No, it's not. There's lots and lots and lots of good magic out here. A lot. And if you honestly believe that a love spell is black magic, if you believe sweeten up your love is black magic, working with money to, you know, bring in a steady work and help your business is black magic, then you need to not do magic at all. And you need to educate yourself a little bit better before you start talking about things that you have no idea about at all. Okay, I wanna get into the spell, and let me tell you guys what you could do before the new year ends. You could create yourself either a worry jar, and you could freeze it, or you could just create yourself an overall freeze jar spell. So you'll get a jar like this. Okay, this is like a spice jar. You take the labels off, you clean it out. What you're going to do is get some a boiling pot of water, and you're going to put some mustard seeds in there. Mustard seeds stop people in their activities. And then you're going to put some white poppy seeds in there. Poppy seeds confuse the enemy. They stop them. And, you know, so right now you have a situation where somebody's coming after you. You don't want to be bothered with them for the 2017 year. You're going to freeze them up. You're going to put the poppy seeds in there and the mustard seeds. And you're going to cut some lemons. And you're going to boil them in the water. You do not want to use lemon juice, because we don't want to necessarily sour them. We want to cut ties. Lemon cuts ties. So the lemon water blended with these two herbs and the barberry is used to stop them. Stop them in their tracks from coming forward to you. You want to blend all four of these together. Once you blend them in together, you're going to pour them into a jar. Okay? You're going to write out their name on some brown paper. And you're going to roll it in there. And you're going to stuff. You're going to basically your worries. So this person bothers you, this person bothers you, this person bothers you, this person bothers you. 4 different things that you want to not worry about for the 2017 year. And you're going to place into that jar. And you're going to freeze it. Okay? And every day that you open your freezer, you can do it for like 3 days. You basically tell your worries. Okay? I don't want this person coming around me. I don't want them coming around my child anymore. I don't want this person bothering me at work. I don't want this person taking my money anymore. I don't want this person blackmailing me anymore. You're going to place those into that jar and tell your worries. Every time you go in there, you think about the worries. So the basic concept of this worry jar is to just cut all ties with everything that's, you know, been bothering you for the whole 2016. And, you know, you can take some time to create it and, you know, get things good, and you want some good results as well once you start the year. And after you freeze them up, you keep them in there. And what I do recommend is freezing them for a while, because I have seen people resurface after having a jar frozen for 2 years, and then, you know, they pop up out of nowhere. Oh my God, I've been looking for you, and I just felt like I couldn't find you, and I've been stuck, and I couldn't, of course, because you've been frozen. But they pop out of nowhere sometimes. I have seen it. So what you want to do, you want to keep this frozen for a very long time. You know, you put it in there, put it in your freezer, write something on, wrap it up a bit, and just stuff it in the back of the freezer, and you could just write something on it. You know, I don't know what you would write on it. Write something on there, you know, in case nosy people go in the back of your freezer and they see it and they just, you know, see something on there. You write something on it. So that's a good way you could do that. So white poppy seeds, mustard seeds, barberry, and lemon. Boil the lemon inside of there. No lemon juice, okay? The lemon juice now is going to create sourness and then block them. You don't want to necessarily sour them. You just want to push them away and bar them out your life. Okay, that's the concept of the worry jar. You know, the worry freezer jar. This is just what you want to do. You know, every year I come up with a concept on how to keep certain things out of my clients' lives, you know, my life, friends, family. You know, you start creating different things that work well. And doing this jar for, I think, 2 years now. So this will be the 3rd year. A lot of things stay where they belong, and you want to keep this there. So these are the best. This is very simple. You don't have to do too much, and I recommend you boil in the water, because I told you that I don't find any magical properties in just placing someone in a freezer jar with just plain water. There's no herbs in there. What is the concept? What is it going to do? Now you create something within that water, then you're going to have something to work with. Always remember that. Okay, I told you guys what each herb does. I have spoken about all these herbs throughout the year already. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what they do, and I just told you what they do as well. Okay, so that's simple. You get that out the way. Cleanse. I told you guys what to do to cleanse, why you should cleanse. Once you have cleansed now, you're going to start working something good. With the new moon out, you want to work it so that when the 2017 year comes in, something is already manifested for you. Even though it'll only be about 3 days into the new year, you still have something that you have created. Okay, so this is my love messenger candle. I'm working a man. If you're a man, you work a woman. You can use pink or red. It all depends on what you're working towards. Okay, so with my love messenger candle, I work the whole body of the man, because I want to use every single part of his body to send that message to him. I have about 4 or 5 different concepts on working a love messenger candle for a man. Okay, and I recommend you start off with pink. As things go deeper, you can then go to red. If you want to use your love messenger for your husband, you can use red. If you want to use it for your boyfriend, you are in a loving relationship, things are going well, and you want more, you want that marriage, you use red. Okay, you can use the red. Loving relationship, if you're having problems and the relationship is not as it should be, do not use red. You can also use pink if you want to bring a man to you, and you want, like a friend. If he's a friend and a neighbor and you really like him and you want to send some messages to him, I recommend you doing this as well. If you want to keep it as a friends with benefit type of relationship, pink. Okay, no strings attached, pink. The color that you're going to be using is gonna help you with the goal. Okay, pink is good for attraction, passion, and new relationships, new friendships. So I recommend you start with that pink. Always start with the pink. If you don't know the man and you want to bring that man in, and you just want to get some kind of relationship started and attraction, let me say this also. If you've broken up with this man, this is not the spell for you to do. You need to reconciliate and heal that relationship before you start trying to send any messages to him, because you're going to send messages to an upset man, an angry man, okay? A man that doesn't want anything to do with you right now because of the breakup, because of something you did or he did. You're going to be sending messages to a guilty man. So you need to send messages to a man whose heart is clear and free of any negative thoughts. So no, this is not for you. If you have a long distance relationship, yes, you can send messages to this man. If you communicate with him on a regular basis, yes, you can send messages to this man. If this man is a liar, a cheater, a manipulator, I don't recommend you sending messages to this man at all. What I would recommend is that you send messages to a new man to come into your life, to bring you new love and no heartache, no pain, no tears. That's what I would recommend. But, everybody's going to do what they want to do. You want to heal him, you want to work on him, that's something separate. This is not the spell to work on if things are going bad, if there's somebody else involved. Mainly when I do this, this is to bring in a new man into your life. This is to make him your man. So if he is a friend, yes. If he is a co-worker and you like him, yes. Always get a reading done to see how things are going to go, to see if there's going to be any conflicts, to see if there's any other women involved, to see if he will be on the same page as you. Because let me explain to you how I work things when I'm dealing with love, okay? I'm not going to work his head like I told you. I'm going to work his whole body, because I'm going to send messages to every single part. I'm not working anything heavy at all. I'm working attraction. Now, the reason I'm going to mainly work attraction is because when you have two people together, you're going to either meet somebody, right? When you meet somebody, you're going to either feel the chemistry or you're going to have to build it. Always remember that. It doesn't just automatically come out of nowhere. You have to build that. 9 out of 10 times, I feel like you have to build it. Through conversation, hanging out, speaking on the phone, texting, whatever kind of communication it is, you have to build that up. If I'll use myself as an example, okay? If I have a man around me and he likes me, we have some attraction with each other both. Now, I have to build the rest of everything else that I want with him. And that's without candle magic. So, I'm going out on dates with him. I'm speaking to him, on text messages. At work, I see him. So, I have to start building that level up. But already you have that attraction. So what I'm doing here in this spell is I'm bringing in that attraction for you. I'm bringing in that man for you to build the rest around the relationship. So I'm not causing any man to fall in love with you. I'm not pulling any man to fall in love with you. I'm not working his whole body to fall. No, it's a love spell. It's mainly an attraction spell. When I break down everything for you, it's an attraction spell. I want to bring him in. I want you to do the rest of the work. Okay? All you have to do is get him to you. Because a lot of times some women are shy. Some men are shy. Okay? And sometimes let's say right now this man, he's too shy to approach you. Bring him to you. Okay? You want to send some love signals, some love messages to his whole body. Not just the head. And I want to work light. And I want to work lightly around this man each and every time. Because a lot of you women, you want quick. You want heavy. It's not good to do that. Bring him on lightly. Bring him on real lightly, okay? Bring him in smooth, real smooth, and get what you want around him, okay? You have to do it like that. Now, a lot of times you want to also send less messages, just enough, subtle enough to make him think about you, okay? You created this to have a focal point. All eyes on me, all right? Hold on. You don't want this man's focus to be nothing else but you, making his way to you. Alright, a lot of you women, you try to figure men out. Stop. Listen. Men can't figure themselves out. Don't try to figure him out at all. Okay? Don't break your head trying to do it. Not at all. Okay? What you need to do when you start working on a man is you have to find out what he likes. Okay? What he likes to eat, small things. Where he likes to hang out, if he likes to hang out at home. Just simple things are going to get you right through the relationship if you can remember the simplest things, because men are very simple, okay? A lot of the women complicate the men. They make things more hard. They try to figure out a man. The man don't know half about himself. So why would you want to go do that? Don't do that. Okay? You want to create a bond with this man. You want to figure out what he does. You want to figure out if he lies. Okay? You want to figure out if he cheats. Not why he lies and why he cheats. Okay? You cannot ask this man too many questions. He's going to lose focus. And when some men lose focus, they start getting nervous. And when they start getting nervous, they start lying. And if he's a liar, then you got to get rid of him. Liars complicate things. I'm going to be honest with you 100%. Liars can manipulate you to thinking that everything is going so good. And, you will be like the Fool card. You will be naive to the world, thinking everything is good. You're having the best time in the world. And guess what? A lot of fucked up shit is going on around you. Don't be the Fool's card. Don't be that. Open up your eyes. Understand that if you want something, you have to go get it. So working this spell, there's nothing wrong with working an attraction spell to pull in a man and to get what you want. And a lot of you women, you wanna work with certain men and work on certain men, and then you don't understand him at all. If he's a mama's boy, you will never be able to compete with a mama's boy who lives in his mother's basement. No hate to anybody, no disrespect to any man that live in their mother's basement. No, it's not about that. But a lot of times what I've realized is you men want to stay there. You are married to your mother. You don't leave her. You stay with her. Women, if you have a mama's boy, he will compare every single thing you do, from washing his clothes, cooking his food, washing dishes. My mama don't do that. My mama don't do that. But you don't want that type of man. You don't. That's not for you. They don't change. They don't want to change anything. If you have a simple man that likes lasagnas on Fridays, he likes to stay in the house on Saturdays with you, and you know, on Sundays he likes to watch football, keep your simple man. Don't build complexity around a man. Don't do that to yourself. Keep things simple. Okay? Start off slow. Take your time. And a lot of times you women want these men to obsess and get all crazy over you. What happens when this man is obsessive and all crazy over you and then it dies down? What do you do? What are you gonna do then? Build things up with this man, okay? Because then you're gonna hate him. Alright? Then he's at your boss house because he's crazy looking for you because you didn't come to work. Listen, build things up. Always think about what you want when you work a spell and why you want it. Alright? Don't get too crazy with it. Alright. I used his body as a petition. On his back is trust and commitment. That is going to be the backbone of the relationship. Okay? That is what you need. His heart, you need a compassionate man. You need a loving man. You need a strong man. His shoulders have strength around it. You know, a man that thinks about you, thinks about your family, his as well. You want certain things you're gonna write on his feet to help ground the relationship as well. The hands, you need structure around his body. So every single body part I have written where she is going to need this man that's coming into her life to have. That's why it's best to work the whole body. You know, his head, there's certain things I want him to always think about. You know, if you want him to be a spiritual man, you write certain things that you want his head and his thoughts to hold. You want him to be a man that focuses on one woman only. You want a man that's going to commit to you. You want a man that's going to be affectionate to you, holding your hands, okay? You want a man that's always going to think of you first, okay? And think of the relationship first, always. This candle will last about 3 to 5 days. Depending on how he burns, it's going to let you know when to burn the next one. So, say you burn this every 2 weeks, okay? You burn this every 2 weeks. Depending on what's left on the body, what burns down faster, this is going to let you know what you have to focus on when this man comes in. So, say right now his head burns up overly fast, okay? This is a man that's not going to be thinking about what he does in the relationship. He doesn't have clear thoughts about certain things. So then after that, after working that, I would recommend you to start working on different areas of his body specifically. So then if his head keeps burning up fast, he's not a man that thinks about things and thinks things through or considerably thinks about other people other than himself. So then you will have to either consider continuing it, you know, working on this man, or working, you know, on his skull. So you can help with clearer thoughts. A white candle, a white skull will be good for that. When it gets to the shoulders, you want everything to burn even. So that's why you're going to let it burn down little by little every day, praying over it. You're gonna light your incense on it. You're going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You don't want to work it too fast at all. When it comes to this man's body and his structure, this will help you to let you know what he has to offer you in the relationship. If it burns down nice and even, you know, not too fast, not too slow, and it takes its time, this is a man that's going to help you to build things in the relationship. You're going to build stuff with him. If it burns down really quick, the shoulders falls off, and you have strength written on there, the relationship is not going to be strong. So there's certain ways that I read it when it comes to the feet as well. Because a lot of times when you burn these candles, you get used to the burn. Okay? When it burns down, if it's melting away too fast, there's certain things you have written on your candle that you shouldn't have written. There's certain things on there that will start melting and dripping away that you're going to lose control of within this man, within the relationship. So that's why I always tell you, take things slow. Okay? Take things slow. What do you want? What do you want out of the relationship? You want a committed man. You want a compassionate man. You want a loving man. You want a man that's loyal to you as well. Make sure you write loyalty on his body. I've used this whole body as a petition. I don't need no petition paper. You can at the bottom write his name and date of birth if you know it. If this is a man you want to just bring an attraction to, then you could just write, you know, whatever you want to write at the bottom. You can write also a small prayer at the bottom. And you're going to use that same prayer every single day. What you want to do when you're creating a man to come to you, you want to make sure every single thing, because you're going to work this every 2 weeks, every single thing that you're asking for, you're going to put it back on again. Use the same outline every time you create your candle, because you don't want to switch nothing up. Every time you work this man, you switch things up, you're going to get a man that's like that. You're going to get a man that's doing one thing, then another. You created that. Create a man that has a goal in his life, a man that's career oriented as well. And that's what I have to write on him, because we don't want no broke ass man. Okay, career oriented, and we want to write generous on his hands as well. You want a man that takes care of his woman. You could write takes care of his woman. Okay, because I do have a man that saves, generous, you know, steady worker. Because you don't want a man that's loving you up and he can't pay the bills, and he can't pay his car note, and he can't even buy you nothing. Like you don't want a man like that either. A lot of you women, you will live off of love, and love don't pay them bills. It surely don't. So you want to make sure every single thing that you want a man that is committed. He will offer you commitment. Why do you want a little boyfriend girlfriend relationship in your 30s, in your 40s? You don't want that. You want a man that's gonna marry you. So you want to make sure a man that, you know, is also thinking about the future, as far as having kids with you, buying a house. So working on this man is going to take some time to find the right man. You're going to probably start seeing other men come through, and you know, some men will catch your eye, and you may go on a few dates. But don't jump the gun. Don't think once this man comes in that man is him. No, a few men will come in. You're attracting different types of men. So some men will, you know, some men will come in, and some men may not be goal oriented. Some men may not be loyal, but they may have other things that you have written on this. What I recommend you not to do is use orris root, because orris root is going to bring in a lot of different types of men. And if you're a gay man and you want to work this spell, you can do it. This is the cut version of it, of the orris root. There's a whole orris root that you can use as well, and it's good for you know, strength in women. It helps you with a lot of power as a woman, but it also helps men and women to attract. So you don't want to use that. What I am going to do, the oils that I'm going to use today, let me tell you what I'm going to use. Okay, so if you want a friends with benefits relationship, then you use that oil. I'm not using that today for her, because she doesn't want a friends with benefits relationship. She wants this man to come in and reconsider the friendship. Of course, I have a reconsider oil, so we're gonna put some reconsider oil on him, some attraction oil. We're gonna put some love messenger. This is my love messenger oil. We're gonna put that on him, and we're gonna put some love notice. Okay, we want him to get that message that this is not a friendship anymore. It's about love. It's about, you know, bringing himself to her and approaching her in a manner where she feels like, okay, is this the man for me? Taking her out on dates, showing her that he can, you know, give her something in the long run. And also, this is my, this is my come to me oil. You don't want to do a follow me boy. You can't do a follow me boy. Where is he gonna, if he's not there, how can he follow you? Bring him to you first. Okay, bring him to you first. Oil this baby oil up. Oil him up from the feet to the head. Okay, so you're going to oil him up, and you're going to twist them around, twist them around, twist them around. You're going to do all of this. I'm going to oil him up, and I'm going to put some herbs on him. Now, what am I going to put on him? I'm going to put some roses. I'm going to put some, I don't want to place too much heaviness on him. Just a little bit of herbs. Some of you are killing the candles with the heavy herbs, and then they start burning crazy. A lot of times that's what happens. You don't want a crazy burn. You want to control the burn. When you are working with a candle, you can control the results, because you're going to control the burn. You're going to control how long you're going to pray over it. You're going to control the incense that you're going to have burning around it, and what type of incense you have as well matters. Come to me is good. Attraction is good. The herbs you're going to place on it as well. You don't need 5 oils. No, you don't. You don't necessarily, these are just the oils I use. These are all my oils. I'm going to use all of these on him because these are the things that I want from him. I want him to reconsider this friendship into a romantic relationship, and I want him to approach her. And I want them to have some kind of attraction. The attraction is there already, but I still want to use attraction oil, and I want him to get these messages all over his body. So the love messenger oil is going to go all over him. This notice I'm sending to him, because I'm sending a message to him, the love notice will help him to get the clear messages. Listen, this ain't no friendship no more. She wants more, you want more, fine. I'm going to add some hibiscus. Hibiscus can burn your candle. Just a little bit. I'm not adding it on the candle. I'm going to add it around the feet, the base, because it's good for love. Juniper berries, because you do want to create some kind of physical, attraction as well. And I'm going to use hydrangea. Hydrangea is going to be good to bring him to you. Hydrangea is good as well, like for a relationship where you want to bring your lover back and pull him in closer to you. I'm going to use cherry bark for love. Coriander, because I want her to have a faithful man. I want him to be faithful. He already is. We did a reading on him. We know his background. We know what he do, what he like. And I'm going to use patchouli. I love patchouli. Okay. Now, let me show you guys something. This is patchouli roots. Let's try to get it out of here because I stuffed it in there. I'll probably be able to get a little bit out. As you continue working him, you can use the patchouli root and tie it around him at the base of him to keep him tight with love. And money is good to keep him cleansed and protected as well, because it's good to uncross and remove jinxes with patchouli. But today I'm gonna use the leaf, okay? And what else I'm gonna work with? I'm gonna work with red clover. Red clover is good for love and romance and passion, because we need that. Some lavender for friendship, commitment, and trust. And then of course I got the red, actually I'm going to use pink roses, because pink, to me, pink will be better to use. I want to use the pink roses. So I'm going to oil everything up, and then I'll be right back to show you guys what he looks like, okay? Alright, so here's the end result. At the bottom, I have a mixture that I create with different rose petals and flowers, and I always put that on my love candles. And I didn't put too much herbs on him, because I told you it could be a bad burn if you have too much on him. And there he goes. All right, you burn it a little bit every day. You can do 3 days. You could do 5. If you get 7 out of it, then make sure it burns really even and clear. And when you do candles like this, make sure you watch them really closely. I'm gonna, of course, before I light it, move these off of his head. Before I light it, I'm gonna move all those off of his head, because I don't want that to catch on fire. Make sure there's no herbs stuck to the wick. It will catch on fire. It will go down real quick, and you won't get the best results. You will get no results at all. Okay? And you set it up on a heat safe place. These you can get at the Dollar Tree, and burn your candles on them. And then, burn it on somewhere safe, because a lot of you are burning candles in the wrong places, and it will catch a fire. So you have to make sure when you're going to be herbing up, your image candles, that you pay attention to them. You're going to pray over him every single day. Every day you're going to pray over him. What I like to do when I make my candles is pray over them for a couple of days. A couple of days praying over them with incense, psalms. Your own personal prayer as well is very effective. You can write a poem, whatever you want from this man, you're gonna write all over him. You're gonna say it again, when you light the candle, all of that. You're gonna put everything into this. Put everything into your work. If you want the best results, that's what you're gonna do. So after this, of course, this candle is gonna stay set for a couple of days, and then I will work it along with my other rituals, everything else that I have to do. Of course, I can't show it to you. It's very personal. But everything else I do after that is going to help me to get the best results for her. Now, when you're going to be working this, like I said, don't rely on just one candle. Okay? Work a few. One candle doesn't do something all the time. It all depends how powerful, you feel your work is that you create. I'm working one candle for her right now. And then when the New Year's comes, a little after that, depending on how things start going, I'm going to work another one for her. She has a honey jar for him. I also have some lights set for her. She's going to take a love bath. So work different area. Okay? And I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. And I honestly hope everybody gets what they're, looking for the 2017 year. Love, luck, money, prosperity, wealth, and the blessings of it all.